Alright, time to send this to people now. For those of you watching in the past, I am currently trying to find the link. I'll just do it the manual way. By the way, this is very unprofessional, I am aware. Here we go. Actually, maybe it's easier this way. I'll go ahead and head over to Cockatrice. No. I'll wait for people to start coming in. And there. Alright, that should be enough sources, I guess. No, that's not what I wanted there. Alright, time to start putting the deck in. I haven't started this yet because, well, figured I'd start typing to let people have time to get in. We'll see if anyone shows. Hope someone. The king of the deck. I'm sure I'll be repeating myself eventually, but this, what I'm typing in, is a list that I had someone help me produce. We'll just go from here for the time being. I have a separate list of my own curated ideas, but I don't expect to be streaming for too long, probably an hour and a half more. And did they not go through? There we go. I don't think there's enough time to go through the 200 choices I made. So Still no one, but that's probably... What? Hmm. How is he not in here? I'm looking for Gadrak. Okay, well that's an issue. Hmm. I'll just add a random card or maybe just an extra land in place. The heck are you? Anyways. Wait, I didn't get anyone in. An old favorite of mine that I could never use, basically. How do you spell his name? No H, really. The main idea behind this deck is, well, clearly, well, maybe not clearly. Uh, it's an it's an artifact equipment Voltron deck with slight landfall, according to the assistant, I'll call him. How badly do I need to update this database? Oh no. Great. No Zendikar Rising, no M21. Oh hey, there's a... Hey Frank. I don't know how far back that was. I am so sorry. How's it going? I just found out this program isn't fully up to date. How's your night? Wait, that's the wrong route too. Okay, that's 3 cards missing. We will get through this. I apologize for the awkward silence. I'd have music on in the background or anything, but I wasn't sure how me playing it from my computer would sound from others' ends. Seems like it's just you and me, I guess, Frank. Hope that's alright. No, that's not. Do I not? Not on the list, but I'll put it in there just because, well, I like my guy not being touched. But the main one was... Hmm? What was the ping? Man, what have I missed? Rats. Did anything even... Hmm. I don't know who you are or what you did, but thank you? This is really awkward. Uh, well, first video can't be perfectly smooth. I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least they've got Embercleave. Personally, actually, I don't mind it, at least on my end, but I can definitely understand the hate it's gotten. Yes, you got all of them. Alright. Once I first saw the Cauldra stuff, I wanted to make the combo go off. It just seems so, I mean, at the time, felt game winning. Ah, yes. I don't know if you were here at the time, Frank, but basically, the plan was to build the deck as a way to wait for people to come in. Doesn't seem like that's gonna do much. Also, please let me know if sound is too high, too soft. I am testing everything. Okay. I still don't see how there's both. If the Shadow Spear is a legendary weapon, how is there a creature, ordinary creature, with the same name? Four cards missing. Four cards missing. Five. Well, it's a good thing I have that backup deck, I guess. I have Excel to the side, by the way, because for a good bit of time, when I just had idea after idea, I decided to use that as a deck builder, a deck sorter. If I were to have more time, because this is almost midnight, I'm surprised I can afford this. Six cards. Trying to get the ambush. If I had more time, then I would be using this other space to sort of like, this is equipment, this is damage, this is removal, this column's for ramp. Narrow down that way. I guess easier way to do it. See all this? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Doing all this from one monitor feels very clunky. For future videos, maybe streams even, Commander is definitely going to be the main thing, I suppose. However, if I can get a decent list for Oathbreaker, that's another format I'd like to help live on. I know the Brawl is seen as, okay, I already know they don't have that one in here. I know Brawl is seen as the dead format, but it sounds like Arena's brought it back to relevance, and now Oathbreaker's taken its title. I will probably add more cards to this from the Commander Legends set that's being released right now, that's being spoiled right now. But I'll wait to add those once I've tested other cards. Eight cards, oh my goodness. Yeah, sure. Just a simple forest. I think I did that right. One mouse, let me see. There we go. Oh, good. The good art. I'm sure there's more fine art for that card, but to me, that's iconic. Hello, other folks who seem to have joined recently. Welcome. I apologize for the overly calm part of the stream, but I'm glad you're here. Where am I? There. While I only have one monitor for streaming right now, technically, I have three going on at the same time, which is why I'm looking all over the place like a loon. Also, once again, please let me know about volume levels and whatnot. Oh, hey Vera. Audio overall. Testing, testing. I've upped the mic aux. That hopefully helps. Hope I'm not streaming when you're supposed to be. That would be rude. And have I added him yet? Yes, I must have. Yeah, there he is. Okay. So tonight, I've basically done most, if not all, of the deck building, which was part of the plan to start things off, just to get the crowd rolling in. Well, all three of the crowd, I guess. And from then, just if people have cockatrice, uh, the person who helped me build this deck said they would join, and I've notified them that I'm live. Haven't heard hide or tail of them though, but long story short, I would be testing my deck on here against chat and edit from there, whether it be 1v1, multiplayer, whatever chat decides. Granted, I am very much aware that cockatrice isn't the most popular option. I know a lot go to Mitgo, but for me, this is a free option with a, I thought, full collection. Apparently, I'm missing 8 cards from M21 onwards. So there's that to deal with. How's your night going? Right now, just trying to make up for those missing cards. Yeah, sure. Hello there, Grim. Sorry to hear your night is grim. Oh, look, I have a card that's now in my deck. Heard good things about it. Um, the cards that are missing from here seem to be the modal double face lands from Zendikar Rising, and a couple of the, I guess, Zendikar Mander unique cards, and then one or two from M21. I've already updated. I'm a cheesy player. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Actually, you know what? I have only seen it in combo. So, what do? Wait, why do people run this and not basalt? Ooh, I agree to that point for the modal cards, but one of them. Let me pull the name up again. There we go. Ooh, my stutter's in the way. Gardrak, the Crown Scourge. I mean, he can't attack unless you control artifacts. Well, everything is manual in Cockatrice, so you choose when to attack. That's all up to you. At end step, make a treasure per token or non-token that died. Once again, people can make that. So I personally believe that it's just late to the party. You're probably faster than me at finding Dark Ascension equipment that makes a token on flip. I think I might add that in here. Actually, let me. Who is faster? And type. Yeah. There's supposed to be a way to. Hmm. There's supposed to be a way to show the back, but I guess that's good enough. Uh, there we go. Three more left. I'm at 34 lands. I've got ramp. Let's just. Black, red. Red, green. Wait a second. Wait a second. Where's the soul ring? This person didn't give me a soul ring. Really? So now I apologize. But please understand it's in the best interest. So, yeah, sure. By the way, for these decks that I've started making in Excel, and I'll bring this over there eventually. I like puns. Bartel is the name of my commander. Samson was a biblical warrior known for his strength. Also couldn't be targeted or couldn't be harmed basically. weirdly in flavor, in my opinion. Since it's only two people and chat's rather slow, I suppose we could change the stream to more of a help edit other decks I've already started. I keep looking over here because this is me watching the stream. The power is yours. I'm going to take this time to try to get people in. Hmm, I see. Hmm. Odd. So, how are things on your end? Audio or visual, life? I'm not in too many groups, so I can't get that much of a following right now, I guess. One question that I do have, I've set up the Streamlabs here. How do I get that money? If anyone knows. This deck looks rather odd, I guess you could say, especially with this much removal. Uh, this is my pet deck, I guess you could say, or one of. While we're waiting, the entire purpose is all of these cards have some way to be cast by their own effect for 1 or 0 mana. There are some nice ones like Hadrock that can be. Wait, no, he's fine. There's a demon out there, I believe, actually, a demon or dragon, where you can reduce it by 2 and kill a whole bunch of things, but Doesn't fit. And on one hand, I'd like to get this deck to work, even though it feels like jank. But at the same time, I don't think a jank deck can use this many counterspells and still be called jank. This is just a generic go wide teamer deck with Xyrus. For those unfamiliar, I suppose. I've already got a Locust deck in paper, so if I were to build this in real life, I would probably just adjust it to be that deck. I would adjust Locust to be this. And then what else is over here? This is probably the first deck in a while where I actually want to build it and have started building it. And if I were in the room that I would like to stream in, I could show you it. It is a Sekuar Deathkeeper deck. Whoop. That focuses on -1 counters. I I like the strategy. He's definitely up there with my favorite Jund commanders. And despite the shirt that's been, I guess, mostly covered up this stream, I have not played a Phyrexian or Infect deck, but I want to. Of all the kinds of degenerate decks out there, I wouldn't mind. I take it audio and visual were fine for people, so that's good. Got that figured out. If I were either living on my own or had a more consistent job schedule, I would consider making this a more frequent thing. But for the time being, for the foreseeable future, this will probably be random. If I have a community tab, I think I do. I don't know if that's a guaranteed thing. I will try to put more of an update thing there. If you're new to this channel, I've tried many times in the past to be consistent, but slightly louder. All right. See if that helps a bit. This format, Commander, the basic rules are 100 card singleton, uh, only one of a kind except for basic lands. Each player starts with 40 life, and at the start of the game, you have your what they call commander out, not on the field, off to the side. As the game progresses, you may play that spell, that creature, as if it were in your hand. And once it dies or leaves the battlefield at all, you, excluding switching control, you may choose to put it back into the command zone. To cast it again, you simply pay 2 mana of any type more than the previous time. If your commander deals 21 points of damage, combat damage, to a single opponent, that opponent is dead. Those are the rules to my knowledge as far as what makes it different than any other Magic format. If you have any further questions, formal, let me know. It's probably my favorite format to play with Magic. Hope your evening, afternoon, depending where you are, is going well. Welcome to my channel. Jund tends to be the color combination red, black, green that I lean towards in deck building. This is actually the third list that I've made. No, second. Since we are going to Kaldheim, there's speculation that we'll get snow back. But one thing that I'm thinking about with all that speculation is the last time we had snow mana or a snowy themed set, there were quite a few shard aligned legendary creatures. We just finished Ikoria some months ago with wedges. I I can see them making the bold jump to go back to shards. I would definitely not be opposed, although that would give Bant and Esper more annoying cards. But you know what? Just let Simic go back to being calm. That's all I want. I don't even play Standard anymore, but I keep hearing it's horrible. Again, again. I'm going to see if a particular person can get on. They are definitely up this late, generally, and I know they have cockatrice. Hmm. I wish I had more to say. Still getting used to streaming, I guess. I haven't recorded anything in probably 2, 3 months. I've even tried to go back to Arena. I like the new cards they've added, whether it be standard sets, Jumpstart, Omnicare Remastered. I am so glad they did. I literally can't even open the application. Computer is fully updated. It doesn't even give me an option to re-download as a chance to succeed. Just keep saying failure. I would like to be a customer of Magic, but Magic's not letting me. We'll see. I've heard it's been buggy anyway for the majority of people, or at least a considerable number of them. So maybe it's for the better that I stick to free. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, I don't expect to be streaming for too long. Um, because I know that I'll be staying up after my stream, but I still want to go to sleep at a somewhat decent hour. So probably at the next hour, I'll I plan on ending. Originally, it would be me versus others, but seems like that went out the window. I'll definitely have to be better about warning people. Next time I stream, I'll probably just have some decks ready to go and confirm if so and so is ready to battle. Currently on my to build list, besides this deck, I've got a Xenagos Sapperling build for Oathbreaker, 4 color, mostly vampire, angel support, a mono red commander deck, but well, I guess the rest of these are going to be commander. It's it'll look like a Perforos deck, but it'll want to be combat rather than just make a million tokens that causes you to die. An idea I've been having, or I've been mulling around and trying to build for a while now is Marchesa of the Black Rose, I think. Marchesa of the Black Rose Dragon Tribal. I feel like her with Stilmgar. Which one? Well, yes, but this, and then, yeah, and this. This is one of my favorite enchantments of all time, although I've never played it. But man, I want to see that go off. After that, the main deck that I'm wanting to see if I can get work, but I'm not as hopeful. Tristani Selesnia's Voice, Eldrazi Tribal. Not Almond Tribal, don't worry. I like the flavor and self synergies of those decks. And for Tristani specifically, it just if I think ironic is the right word. It feels like an ironic combination. The peaceful, all nature is beautiful, let's protect nature, but also we support Eldrazi. We make Eldrazi out of nowhere. Also, populating Eldrazi is just that feels big to me. I noticed there's a few of you in chat. Um, right now, if anybody has Cockatrice and wants to test this deck I've made around Barta Runax, I would be glad to fight you, see how this deck goes, see what needs tweaking. I'm a small channel. I don't care if you look at my hand while I'm playing. I've gone against other streamers and I just have them on the back in the background. It's no biggie to me. One thing I like about Cockatrice, despite it not, first of all, this is as far as they go right now, it looks like. And yeah, this right here, that notification is just that Firefox needs an update. Everything else is perfectly fine. I know they have a way to do custom cards, but one, it's not custom. Two, I don't know how to make them. Three, I couldn't play against anyone, I don't think. So what's the point? How has he not responded? Hmm. Well, I guess this really is going to be a short stream. For those of you in chat, Do you have any inquiries, comments about how the stream is? This is my first time being live if you're new. So all advice is appreciated, even if it's why are you in that kind of a chair? At this rate, I'm thinking maybe cut the stream early, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because it doesn't seem like much is happening, and I don't want to waste time. Like I said earlier, for the next stream, I will definitely be more intentional with promotion, I guess you could say. Try to give a week-ish advance. I really do enjoy this Alformo. I know I'm sounding somber probably and a bit saddened, but when I talk about magic as a full-on conversation, I am definitely excited, interested. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out much right now, and if I were able to get back into Arena, I know standard's crud. I would do limited. I love limited right now, or I love playing limited. So to me, that would be some excitement. My history from Magic, I suppose I can start there. 2013, friends in school dropped, well, an acquaintance dropped a tub of cards, told all 8 of us, I would say, take what you want, go nuts, pay me later, don't care when. We at the time only played Yu-Gi-Oh! That was our hobby of choice. We come to Magic. Well, shoot, I've never played this game. How do I build a deck? What kind of a strategy can I do? Every card game has a burn deck. Every one. I'll build burn. It was aggressive. It was fun. I went from bottom of the trash heap in Yu-Gi-Oh! To tier 1, tier 0, somehow, in Magic. And from then I was hooked. Bought my first booster box when I left that year to college. Theros. OG Theros. So when we went back to Theros earlier this year, I can't believe that was this year. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was stoked. That was my nostalgia set. That was my excitement. One deck that I would love to build, and is probably the only way that I would happily build a control deck or a prison deck, is, at the moment, Kenrith the Returned King, infinite combo with Kroxa. Here's Kenrith. Don't care about most of his effects. Just needed him for the colors. Drawing a card simply to find my pieces. Resurrection to keep my combo from permanently dying. And if you're not familiar with Kroxa, in my opinion, he is the far superior Titan. I am still disappointed we only got two. I even made ideas for a few others. And pseudo infinite life gain and card draw. Life gain, sure, that's great. Card draw, unless you're running Laboratory Maniac, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, I think that's the name, or the Merfolk, you're gonna die. If you have an infinite ETB and death trigger, go with Kroxa to finish the game. Don't stall, just end it. And then you get to burn everyone. One reason I like Commander is it's 100 cards, so generally every game's going to be different for the most part. I don't bother with tutors or fetches. Oh my gosh, I can't stand fetches. What I like about it is you have all that variety, all that chance of, ooh, what's next? And you get to, in my mind, release creativity. When you're building a 60 card deck for modern, standard, whatever, you have roughly 36 cards. Most of the time, you're probably running 3 or 4 ofs. So that's 9, maybe 12 cards that are different. How about 60 cards that are different? Thank you. Thanks, Koopa. And glad to see you made it. The ideal explanation for the setup, I guess. Deck building over here. If this were a longer stream, over here would be where uh, deck shrinking and editing would be. And if you're ready, if you have a deck, if you've gotten that fixed, I would play against you here. I think you can see maybe. Yeah. Hmm. But yes, I don't have too many outlets for releasing my inner creativity, so to speak. Weird phrase. But I like that Magic lets me do this. Get on it! Get that deck! Even your Oathbreaker, despite how annoying it will probably be against my deck. I'll put Xenagos on here soon. when I started getting into Commander and following like, what was good, what were people playing to an extent, oh hey, this is actually a popular format, I decided to go all out. I just said I'll be putting it on here soon. Uh, Oathbreaker's on my other computer. Pretty sure. Um, yeah. So here I have one deck. On this computer, on this monitor, I have like 10. Not all finished. No. I need to though. Between current job and attempting to have a social life these days, given the current situation, like just me chilling, talking with friends on phone, and then also balancing various tasks around house and planning for future. I have some time for magic, but like with streaming, I would like to be able to just sit down, hunker down, go, hone in for a solid 2, 3 hours. Just knock things out. Shut up, buddy. And then, anyways, the thought that I was trying to get through earlier, I guess, after I got a bit into Commander, I started thinking, well, if I was told to build a deck in this color and these colors, what would I choose? How would I build it? And with the exception of most of the 4 color options, I basically have a deck idea for every single color combination possibility out there that if you asked me to build it, I would say, yes, I'm willing to make a list. I know there are people out there that literally have hundreds of decks, but for me, a relatively casual player, I feel like this is a feat almost. People with my interest or time to play might have 2 or 3, I would imagine, maybe 5. And here I am with plans for 20 plus. I've started at least 10 in paper. Although I'm kind of wondering if I should keep my Karavik deck. I know people would not like him. I don't even have him yet. I don't think. The place where I went to buy most of those cards, the this was the only legendary creature I found in Rakdos. And not bad at all. And Koopa, I will let you know the next time I stream. Like, I will let you know ahead of time if I have a particular day off or just good timing, like a late shift into another late shift. Would you like to show the audience crowd your Kraken deck? Here's your opportunity. I'll give you time, but it should be a simple fix. Let's do this, you and me. As for the rest of you, I hope that such a game can be entertaining in one way or the other. Voltron versus tokens. Big tokens. Sometimes many tokens. Against a commander that has 4 decks on EDH Rec. I'm going to fact check myself on that right now. Doo -doo -doo -doo. I said 4. It has 5 decks. My bad. What seems to be this deck? Etherhub.com. Is this the deck this is? Yep. One of the decks on EDH Rec is my deck. And I didn't even put it there. I increased the amount of decks for this one card by 20%. Wow. Do the people in chat have any further questions? Magic, life, future, anything? Part of me feels like I'm stalling for time, but at the same time, I'm just trying to have content. I I would be playing some soft-ish music in the background right now, but I didn't want to juggle too many audio settings for a first time stream. I'll handle that in the next one or the one after. This was fine. I still don't know what the notification was towards the beginning. And then there was one. And then there are two. So it seems that Buzz earlier was a new sub. Well, thank you. Hmm. Strange that it didn't show up on my side until I checked notifications manually. Hmm. Well, appreciate it either way. As far as that commander for every color combination, I've thought about doing that for Oathbreakers as well, but Azorius just, I mean, they're all the same, it feels like, or very, very close. Very. Nothing unique. I would maybe pick Venser or one of the whichever Dovin Vana was, Dovin Bond, who makes or who gains life per attacker. Like, I'd consider that. But no, probably not. Definitely not. If they make an Azorius Basri, maybe. He quickly became one of my favorite mono white planeswalkers. No, he is my favorite mono white that I can think of. He is. My first standard deck that could technically be called a standard deck, even though it was abysmal, was a +1/+1 counter deck. So, despite my Psycho Bar deck that I mentioned, that I'll go ahead and show again, like, I know that this is -1 counters, but yeah, that I hope we go to Tarkir again. I hope, please. And they've even said that if we were to go back, it would be back to being three color. Yeah, let's go. Three color. Granted, Ikoria was mm, bad timing. Bad timing pushed. We need to get Tarkir back for a good three color. That was a great block. Although I didn't play competitively, so I don't know how that was, aside from haha Siege Rhino. Heck, feels like if Siege Rhino was printed today, it would be glanced over. Or is it glossed over? Whichever. ignored. What a world. Excuse me for all of that. It is definitely getting late. So, final statements, I guess. I know it's a bit before the hour, but eyes are trying to be droopy, yawning's coming out of everywhere all the time. Plan for future of my channel, I suppose. I'll stream when I can. I'll give updates. I'll give a heads up in community. Once again, if I have that, I should. I'll probably be mostly doing Commander gameplay until I can get back into Arena, at which point I'll alternate between Commander, Limited, maybe some friendlies on there. For all two of you watching, if you if you are interested in seeing me elsewhere on the interwebs, just search me by my name down there somewhere. TARDIS915, that's me anywhere, everywhere. I'm consistent. Although some places you search me, probably don't, I might not use frequently. Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat, I have those, but don't bother. Most social media, though, aside from that, go ahead and give it a whirl. Your acknowledgement is appreciated. On that note, go Jund, new Phyrexia, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe, everyone.